thought I'd just let you have a quick look at the outside. So this is the signature in the azure blue. You've got your alloy wheels moving along. Got your grey water valve, which is located there. Here you've got your this is your flap for emptying your cassette toilet, so you open that and your cassette is located in there. This is where you fill it with water. So that just removes, unlock it with your key. Just above that is your external shower point. Fresh water emptying. So again, during the winter months, when you're looking to winterize the vehicle, this needs to be drained down, which I've shown later on in the video. And then again, make sure that your grey valve is also open. It's just part of the winterizing. And then again, just here, this is where your 240 volt hookup is located, which is demonstrated later on in the video. Your large garage door. You can see the aerial just up there. Your reverse camera. Again, two large doors, giving you great access to the garage. You've got your large awning. You can just see your solar panel at the top of there as well. That's the door for your gas. Two 6-kilogram gas bottles located in there. On here, this is your gas barbecue point. Fridge vents. Again, your entrance door. And then your diesel flap. And again, just below, you've got your AdBlue. So that's where you put your AdBlue additive. So there you have it. Your new Signature 194. So now we're going to start the handover. So I thought I'd just give you a quick overview. So as you step in the door, you've got your control panel, and also you've got the panel which is going to be used for your boiler and also your heating, which I've shown in detail. There's your new TV. Again, under the bench seats, we've got the lift-up seats, which again I've shown how to use in another video. We've then got the kitchen area, the fridge, which again I've shown how we utilize, the sink, again the oven, grill and hob. And the rear here, we've got your fixed bed. To fill up our fresh water, what we need to do firstly is to lift the flap up, like so. And then what we can do is get a hose pipe. The hose pipe clips into here. Then turn on our fresh water. Fresh water will fill up. Please ensure that this tap here is in the closed position, so you'll notice that by the little eyelet at the top is lined up. So again, this enables you to put a lock on if you wanted to. And then on this one, when we're winterizing, please always remember to drain it down. We do that by rotating this little knob to the right. That'll then open the valve, and then again the fresh water will come out of here. We also must ensure that our grey waste, so this is our grey water, so this is all of your waste water from your shower, your sink, all runs into here. Please ensure that that is also closed. Now it also tells you on the top just there, and again just rotate it to open, and again it'll tell you when it's open, but it'll also help to drain the grey water. So from inside on the control panel, it will notify you that this requires to be emptied and it's full. However, just turn it and that will drain it. When we drain it into a there'll be an emptying point when you're on site, or a manhole is the other area that you could empty it. Please remember, when filling up with water, always use a food grade hose pipe. Again, it does latch into here. Always keep an eye on it. And again, when we're filling up, please check on the control panel, and that will give the progress. It will overflow once it's full, but sometimes that can cause to siphon. If so desired, some people do put aqua tabs in, which helps to keep the tank clean or to purify the water. But really, as long as these are food grade hose, everything will be fine. The hookup cable is located in the rear box on the passenger side. It is locked, so first we need to unlock it. The lead slots through here where there's a little recess for it, and then again, the way in which we connect this, when we're removing it, please pull the lid towards you. That will then allow it to slide out, and then when we're putting it back in, keep it lifted up, and then this top then latches over to make it secure. And then when we're finished, close this and then lock. That just means nobody can get in to unplug you, and it's secure. Cassette toilet is just located in this flap. To release, press the right hand button and the left. The left obviously is lockable as well. To remove this, the cassette, lift up the handle, pull towards you, and then again there is a handle located just on the top, which allows us to pull it out. I have put chemicals into it. Unscrew the flap, or the lid should I say, and you notice this little measure. When we're filling it up, don't go to the seal. Please always put your chemicals into here. Fill it up to the top mark. You can either use green or blue chemicals, and we recommend green. Green is a bit more environmentally friendly, and you can use it at every site. Blue is a stronger chemical, but you can only use it in the UK. So again, once we've put the chemical into there, empty it in, screw the top back on. Again, we empty through this pipe as well. So you can either, if you've got to take it to the Elson point, you've got a little handle. It's also on wheels, so it works very, very easily. Again, handle just pushes back down. Handle just relocates behind these two lugs, here and here. Then just allows us to pull it up, lift it up, and then again, insert it back in. Push it in. When it clips in, the handle's down, that's locked into place. So one of the first things we're going to do once we actually pull up onto site is to turn the gas bottle on. The way in which we do that, if you haven't got your gas bottle plugged in, or I should say the lead screwed in, it's a hand tightened lead. The way in which we tighten it will be opposite thread, so we screw it towards ourselves. And then again, once it gets tight, that's band position. Obviously it's connected to the regulator already for you. And again, we'll be able to then turn the gas on. Secondly, obviously what we should have done first is to ensure that the gas bottle is located correctly. So what you'll see is it's a ring. The gas bottle sits into the ring. And then again, please ensure using the strap that it is tight. It will take 2 6-kilogram gas bottles. So I thought I'd just give you a quick overview. So as you step in the door, you've got your control panel, and also you've got the panel which is going to be used for your boiler and also your heating, which I've shown in detail. There's your new TV. Again, under the bench seats, we've got the lift-up seats, which again I've shown how to use in another video. We've then got the kitchen area, the fridge, which again I've shown how we utilize, the sink, again the oven, grill and hob. And the rear here, we've got your fixed bed. Once we step into the motorhome, the first thing we're going to want to do is to turn a power on. To the button to the left, just your high level lights, which run around the rear lounge. Give a really nice feel. So turn that button off. Next thing, this tells us our battery levels. So this is telling us that our habitation battery is full. All bars are illuminated. Again, this will tell us our fresh water. So it's telling us our fresh water is empty. So again, we'll fill that up. And again, just on to the right, that's our water pump. So press that, that will then activate the pump. So that button there. Awning light and lights. Just below we have our wheel heating control panel. So top one is for your water, bottom one is for your heating. So to activate that, press it. That's telling it that the flame is now ignited, well, lit. That tells the heating system that we want activated on gas. We press it again, it will then flick to about 1 bar, then 2 bars, and then 2 bars with gas. So 2 bars is, well, 1 bar is working on 1 bar of electric, 2 bars of electric, and then 2 bars and gas means that we're working it on gas and electric. The way in which you select that is just by using the push button. It won't select electric at the moment because I haven't got us plugged in. And then again, for your hot water, sorry, for heating, should I say, hot water and heating. For heating, press it once, you'll see that's illuminated. That just tells the system that we want to power it on gas. Press it again, and that turns it off. The little plus and minus button is the power of the fan. So you may initially want to turn it right up, and that will give it quite a powerful surge of heating. It will take probably, certainly on electric, it could take about 20 minutes to warm up. The best way to function the heating system on any heating system is to run it as gas and electric initially, get it to temperature, and then just pop it back onto electric, and that'll help to maintain. Same for hot water, gas and electric to start, and then knock it back onto electric. If you're not on a site, obviously it would just be working off gas. On gas, expect it to take around about 5 to 10 minutes to heat up, and then again your hot water, again 5 to 10 minutes on gas. It's a much more powerful way of heating this system. Next, the steps. You've got little inserts. So this first insert, if we lift out, this contains your water pump, just located here. Also contains your drain down for your boiler. So when you're looking to winterize the motorhome, so when you're not using it, gets to cold weather, then what you must do is drain it. To drain it, turn it to the left, and then again turn it back. So when you drain it, push it continuously over to the left, leave it in that position. That's the position you're going to leave it in over the winter months. When you're using it, you're filling it with water, that's a position it must be in, pointing towards you. And then again, if for any reason you get a problem and you've got to reset the boiler, so this is your hot water boiler, then you've got a little red button, press and hold that button, and that will reset the hot water. Now, the only time you'll ever need to reset it would be on an occasion when you've turned the power off and it hadn't finished shutting down. So please ensure when you shut the hot water off and the heating system off that you let it go through its cycle. So that cycle can take up to 5 minutes, and then it'll enable you to turn the 12 volt off. After we've turned the control panel on, we may then want to turn the fridge on. So the fridge works on 3 sources. So just over here, we've got our selector knob. So if we turn it in the moment, you'll notice on the plug, you've got 0, so that's off when it's at vertical. You turn it 1, turn it to the right, you've got 240 volt. When you turn it on to 240 volt, just simply turn it to there, leave it. 12 volts, so the engine battery, that basically won't work on 12 volt until the engine is started. So if you're traveling anywhere, cool it down first on either 240 volt or gas, and then when you unplug or turn your gas off, remember to turn it on to 12 volt, and whilst you're driving, the fridge will get, well, it won't cool, but it will maintain temperature through 12 volt. And then gas, send down to the bottom, and then on the right hand side here, again, we've got our temperature knob, so that works for both gas, electric, and 12 volt. So completely to the turned up to that point there, that's maximum. So that's the coldest it will be, and as we turn it gradually towards the right, that'll be warmer. So we set it around there. To work it on gas, press this button in, press the silver button in also. You hear it ticking. Once you hear it tick, the ticking stop, and again over here, the little gauge, once that little red line reaches into the green, that tells us that it's now working on gas. You can also hear it burning in the background, but that's a good indication that it's working. The oven, so again, works off gas only. So the oven itself, you've got your igniter here. The igniter works for both the oven and also your hob. So again, all we do is press, turn. Whilst we turn, press the igniter. That will turn on the hob. And for the oven or the grill, so to turn the oven on, turn to the left, then press the igniter. You can see that's illuminated, and then just depress, turn it to off. For the grill, again, press the knob in, turn it to the right to the grill, and then press the igniter, and then you'll notice it illuminates, or should I say ignites. Depress once it's after about 3 seconds, once the flame has had time to warm up the thermocouple, and then again to turn off, just turn to the left into the center, and that will turn it off. So with the fixed bed, you also have the infill, which I've just put into place now, which is just located here, which just belongs under this cushion. And then again, if you want to make it into a larger transverse bed, all we do is this cushion here slots into place, and that gives you a transverse bed, which in terms of length, from this side to this side, you've got around about 7 foot. So a very large bed. Again, you've got that roof light, you've got individual reading lights as well. Windows, all of the windows have blind and fly screen. So the inner one is your fly screen, just pull it down, clips in at the bottom. Your blind, you can put into a couple of different locations, and then it clips in. So there's our blinds down. Put them back up, pull it towards you, and then ease it up. Our windows, you've got the window catchers. Open the window, and then push out each side. You'll see you've got a knob which will allow you to then adjust the window and tension it in a particular position that you want. If during the evening you want it on a airing, you've got a second stage catch that you can put into, which will allow a little bit of circulation of air. Roof lights work in a very similar position, or similar to the windows. We've got our blind, fly screen, and then to put the roof light up, press the little button in, pull the handle towards you, and then you've got a couple of different positions. So that's obviously fully up, and then you can choose to put it into lower positions just by putting it into the actual groove that you can see just there. When driving, please ensure that the roof light is locked down. Make sure the handle is actually locked into location. And again, please also ensure that your windows are locked on all catches. That goes again for the front roof light. Front roof light is a wind up and wind down roof light. Works in this very similar position. Please ensure that we don't travel with it in the up position. The front roof light is slightly different, whereby your blind comes and fly screen come from the bottom. So blind all the way up, and then fly screen, again, pull it up again. Great for letting in drafts and a fresh bit of fresh air. It also helps to circulate things. Opposite the kitchen and the oven, you've got your wardrobe. In the wardrobe, you have your TV aerial, which is directional. So it's off the pole. The way in which you can put the aerial up is by, you have a nut just on here, okay, which we just turn. That then allows the aerial to push up, and then you can then rotate the aerial to get the best picture. Now again, when it goes down, you must ensure that that dot, which is on the aerial, is pointing forwards. That just ensures that you're in the right position. We'll just tighten that back up. Just ensures that it won't move in transit. Again, there's your booster for your TV aerial. And again, we can, depending on the signal, at the moment that's turned up to full. What I want to do is just back that off ever so slightly to 3/4. And again, you can adjust it just to get the best picture quality. Your freestanding table is located to the left-hand side of your wardrobe. Double hanging rails. And again, just below, we have your charger unit. So this is what contains all of your 12-volt fuses. And again, they're all individually marked as well as to what fuses for what. When you're on 240 volt as well, here, you've got your test. So if you're not sure if there's 240 volt coming through, press the test. Again, you can see that tripped. Turn it back on, and that just turns the electric back on. And again, there's your circuit breakers. And then just below, this is your switch for your water tank heater. So your fresh water has a probe in. The probe is there for if it gets extremely cold. So if you're going away in the winter months and the water may freeze in your tank, turn that on, and that will ensure that the fresh water remains tepid. What we'd also ask you to do is to make sure that you keep the waste open, and then you drain the waste into a separate container. Front screen, you've got Remus blinds. Again, you've got this on the side. Depress the two little buttons in, push them towards one another. That will then free it. Again, because this has got a rain sensor on, you notice the cutout there. And then again, do the same with the opposite side, and they magnetize together. To put it back, push it in, push that down, and that clicks in. Passenger side, or sort of say the window on the driver and passenger side, just glides along, and again magnetizes. You have that. Repeat that on both sides, and then to put it back, again, it just slides, and again, just be careful, and then it just clips back in. In terms of the cab, what we have is the radio. Obviously, you've got your power button, tuner, air conditioning button. Again, this is your heater control from cool to hot, fan speed, and again, this is how they want to recirculate or where we want the air to go. 6-speed gearbox, way in which we select reverse, lift up the little knob, and then that will allow you then to select reverse. Hazard, central locking, so that will lock both cab doors, and again, that's for your heated mirrors. On the steering wheel, you do have volume control and also telephone. Just over here on the right hand side, you've got two things. One is just down here. This is access to your fuse box. So again, if anything does go off, that's where your fuses are located. And then on here, you've got your mode. So again, that will allow you to select date, time, etc. Just shown on there. And on the stalks, you've got your cruise control located here, indicators and lights and wipers.